All right. Good morning, Rocky Hill Life Group facilitators. Christopher Scott here. It's 6:30 on Saturday morning. It's good to be with you. Things are a little different now than my past live videos for you, but I want to keep doing these just in a different setting. So starting this year, I had been doing some brief, like 2 to 5 minute overviews of books of the Bible. We've gone through all the Gospels. We've done First and Second Thessalonians, First and Second Timothy, Titus, Philemon, and I want to start. And then we did, I think, 5 of the minor prophets: Hosea, Jonah, a bunch of those minor prophets, and I want to keep going through those, just in a different place. So obviously, I am here in my home office. Where I do a lot of work from, especially now, is the only place I work from. I used to do these live videos for you small group leaders from church on Sunday morning when I was there, but we don't go to church on the building anymore, so I'm going to start doing them, I think, just Saturday morning at 6:30 a.m., and I'm going to add something to them. So I'm still going to do an introduction to a book of the Bible. Today I'm going to do Galatians and talk about Galatians with you, but I want to add an element to my weekly live videos that I do for all of our small group leaders, and that is an Ask Me Anything time, AMA, Ask Me Anything time. So this is something that was suggested to me by the Pro Church Tools guys and Brady Shear. Some really good material that David Welch has introduced me to, and I've been watching some of their videos, and that was an idea that Brady Shear had shared. Create a AMA time, Ask Me Anything time. So that's something I want to do each Saturday. I'm going to hop on here, and if you're online, you can ask a question, or you can submit it in the comments later. Later today on Saturday, if you see it, you can put the question in there, and then I will answer it next week. Or as you're going through the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and you have a trouble in your group, or a question that comes up, or a situation that you're not sure how to navigate, you can email me, text me, call me, leave me a voicemail, and I will answer that question in the live video. So I just want to create an easy way for you to get help and assistance with your group when you need it, and provide an avenue for other people to learn as well. I'll keep, if there's confidential details, I'll remove those, but wanted to share that with you. So first, I'm going to talk about Galatians a little bit, and then I'm going to keep the live feed on in case you have questions or want to join in or anything like that. And I've got a halfway full cup of coffee here, and we'll go from there. So let me talk to you a little bit about Galatians and give you an introduction to this amazing book. I'm going through the book of Galatians right now with my Tuesday night small group. And so Galatians was written by the Apostle Paul. Okay, so there are 66 books in the Bible, 39 in the Old Testament, 27 in the New Testament. Out of those 27 books in the New Testament, 13 of them were written by Paul. And out of those 13 written by Paul, Galatians was the first one that he wrote. And out of those 27 books in the New Testament, Galatians was the first out of those 27 books to be written of the New Testament, right? So a lot of times we think the Gospels were the first to be written because they were the biographies of Jesus. They wrote the biographies, and then the letters were all written after. It actually is somewhat reversed. Galatians was written first, as well as probably the book of James. So Galatians was written, let's give you a good timeline. Jesus likely died between 30 and 36 AD, the year 30 to 36 AD, somewhere in that span, depending on how you count the years and the, kind of the tradition of years that you follow. It's debated, but between 30 and 36 AD is when Jesus died, resurrected, and ascended to heaven. And then Galatians was written in 49 AD, okay, shortly after, 49 AD. So between 30 and 36, and then 49, so 13 to, 20 years later is when Galatians was written after Jesus died. The book of James was written in 50 AD. So Galatians and James were two of the first books of the New Testament to be written. So that's important for us to know, that this is some of the early theology, early words of the New Testament here in Galatians. Galatians is 6 chapters. It's a short letter. It's a great book for every small group to go through. When we have a new small group starting, usually Galatians is the book I suggest because it covers the law and what the purpose of the Old Testament is. It covers grace. It covers what Jesus did for us, and it's about grace and freedom and salvation and accepting that gift. So it's a great one to study. The big idea of Galatians is that we are to learn about God and love Him, and about the removal of the law, the removal of sin, and accepting Christ into our life. I outlined Galatians. The first 3 chapters are about following God's law. The final 3 chapters are about following God's Son. Okay? There's 4 themes in Galatians, really, that Paul talks about over and over again. Correcting misunderstanding of Paul's life. Chapters 1 and 2 are a lot of autobiographical material about Paul. Second theme is correcting a false gospel that the people had. Third is correcting false interpretations of the law from the Old Testament. And a fourth theme is correcting the significance of Jesus' death. Okay, so this letter that Paul wrote to Galatia, Paul was in the region of Galatia on his first missionary journey. He made 3 missionary journeys, and he went through Galatia on his first missionary journey. And then once he completed that first missionary journey, about a year later, after having been in Galatia, he heard about these people that had gone to the Galatian people and said, oh yeah, salvation is based on grace and faith, but you also have to follow the law, is what these people were teaching the Galatians. It had only been a year since Paul had been there, and these Galatians were already starting to follow a different gospel, to follow these people that we call Judaizers. Okay, Judaizers is what they're called. Paul talks about them in the book of Philippians also, obviously in a different city. But a Judaizer is someone that says, yeah, you're saved through grace and faith in Christ, but you also have to follow the law in order to be saved, which is distorting the gospel. So the book of Galatians is written specifically to clear that out and to get people to understand what the true gospel is, and to get them to know that the Old Testament law has been fulfilled and is no longer needed in order to be saved. So that's the book of Galatians. I think that was about 5 minutes of an introduction to it. It's a great book. I encourage you to read it. I'm going through it right now with our Bible study small group. I got my study guide up there. We're doing the Wearsby guide on Galatian, and we're just doing 5 questions per week in our small group. So it takes us 3 weeks to go through each lesson, which is fine. It gives us plenty of time to read it and talk about it. And we get to read the same passage 3 weeks in a row. So we keep coming back to it and learning more and more as we go through it. And if someone misses a week or 2, they're not totally getting lost because we're marching on so fast. So that is an introduction to the book of Galatians right here. And that I wanted to give you. Next, I'll start the Ask Me Anything time, and I'm just going to hang out here. If anybody pops on, if anybody's online and wants to ask anything, I will be here. Don't get with this event logs. Yeah, live service received from Signal. I'm just checking the things here. So I'll hang out here for a little bit if anybody is online or wants to join and answer any questions you may have. So Good morning, Bridget. It is nice to see you. I hope you and your family are doing good. I gave a brief introduction to Galatians earlier, and then I told everybody I was just going to hang out here, our small group leaders, in case they had any questions or issues in their small group this week. So it's something new I'm creating, so it's good to see you. So I just wanted to check in with my group leaders, see how they're doing, and I'm just here for about 15 more minutes to see if they have questions or issues they wanted to throw in the comments. So hope you're good and staying safe back east, and that it's all going well. Certainly is an interesting time for us all right now. So thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. right. So I'm just here. If y'all have any questions, I want to start a weekly way to stay in touch with everybody. Hey, thank you, John. Thank you, John. I think I gave you your Mercedes hat back. I think, right? I never wore it, but I had it for a while. So, anyways, hope you're good. I mentioned earlier in the video, John, that I'm going to keep doing my weekly Bible overview, the little 2 to 5 minute videos I've been doing this year. I'm going to keep doing those, just switch them from Sundays to Saturdays. And then also I'm going to do these live videos every Saturday. If people have questions, the small group leaders, if they have questions, issues, Bible questions from their group that they ran into throughout the week, I want Saturday morning to be just a safe place they can ask a question. So if people have things they want to text me, email, call me, questions, or whatever, I'm going to answer those every Saturday here in the group. Or I'm just going to be live and they can jump on and ask a question if they happen to see me here. So it's good to see you, John. And it's not much I'm sharing or teaching right now. I just am available in a digital, virtual form if people want to meet and talk. Obviously, they have to leave a comment like you did, but thank you for this was given to me by Kim Mayhew. I think you know Kim Mayhew when she went to the Grand Canyon. So, you've been wearing it. Sounds good, yeah. That Mercedes-Benz hat. I like the Benz. So, good cars. So it's good to have you here, John. But there's nothing really I'm saying, just available for people. So, Luke is good. He is in the room right next door over there, and I can hear him starting to wake up a little bit. And yep, so he's good. He's good. He is officially 2 years old now this week. He turned 2. So it's been interesting because the first, when they turn 1, you're all excited and it's happy, right? He's still a little guy, still kind of a baby, but it's exciting. Now that he's 2, he's officially no longer a baby. So Mama and I both have been a little, not sad, but bummed he's no longer a baby. But he's great. Thank you for asking. Wonder how your 2 grand kiddos are doing. Jack and Bam Bam, as TJ calls him, Bam Bam. I don't remember his real name. Just Bam Bam. Cade. Yeah, Jack and Cade. Wonder how they're doing. Yeah, it's going to be swimming time soon. Yep, man. It's going to be getting nice and warm. Warm pool. Luke has already been swimming twice in our backyard in the little kiddie pool, even though it's not been that warm. He loves I think his favorite part is filling it up with water. The pouring water in there. But yeah, gonna have to do some swimming. Yep. It doesn't show me if you're typing on, so I might just be talking to you and you're trying to type and concentrate, so I'll be quiet for a little bit. Okay, sounds good. I would look forward to the video from Cade. Those kids. You know, Jack's, that was so much fun when we went over there the last time with Jack and seeing Jack play with Luke. And he was so gentle. And you gave Luke 2 Hot Wheel cars when we were over there that time. He loves those Hot Wheel cars. So for his birthday, I bought him a pack of 20 Hot Wheel cars, and I bought him one of the Hot Wheel tracks. So they got a ton of them, which is cool. But I bought him the most simple one that just has a little clamp that you put onto like a ledge. You clamp it on, and then it's just a little track down, so he can clamp it onto things and put the car and watch it go. So that's what I bought him for his birthday. So thank you for the Hot Wheel cars. He loves Hot Wheels. Those things are tough too. Made with real steel, and it's good stuff. So forgot about Hot Wheels until we were over there that day. So I probably will end the live video in 2 minutes, just to give y'all a heads up depending on who's watching. So it's the first time I'm doing it, so what I'll do throughout the week is I'll try to accumulate questions people ask me or comments, and then I'll use it in the video each week, is what I'm going to do. So I'll end the video at 7 a.m. It's 6:59, so that'll be 30 minutes, I think, of video. Yeah, I've been going 27, so maybe sometime I'll do a tour of my office, all the stuff in here. Before we end, my shirt called The Trail. This is from the golf course I used to work at in Texas while in seminary that I caddied at, caddied, called Preston Trail Golf Club. Alright, well it's 7 o'clock, so like I shared earlier, I'm going to try to do these videos every Saturday from 6:30 a.m. until 7 a.m. I'll give a brief 5-minute introduction to a book of the Bible for you to kind of talk about that book, but also talk about how it relates to the whole Bible. And then the rest of the 25 minutes, I'm just going to be here to answer any questions you might have. You can jump on here and ask live, or you can send me questions during the week, or I might just accumulate a few questions that as I'm talking to you throughout the week too. So again, just want to provide as many ways that I can help you and serve you that I can as the associate pastor and overseeing small groups. Thought this might be a way to do that, especially now that I can't, take you to lunch or coffee or things like that. And we'll talk to you soon. Thank you for your ministry. Appreciate you. Blessings on your ministry this week. I know a lot of you are doing Zoom or Hangout for your meetings. Whatever you can do is great to continue meeting together. Talk to you soon.